squealed Mrs. Pickle as she disappeared from sight.
Hello kids, I'm Miss Aleyna. I'm an English teacher in Modafen. Kids, unfortunately, we've been stuck at home these days. You must be getting very bored. Trust me, I feel the same too. So today, I am going to read you a very nice story about a little dog who is always bored. Shall we start reading together? Come on, let's dig in. Let's see how he comes over his boredom.
Bored Bill from Liz Pichon. Bill was bored. He wasn't just a little bit bored. He was really, really bored. Bored, bored, bored. Bill's owner, Mrs. Pickle, was never bored. She liked to keep busy all day. Mrs. Pickle loved reading, but Bill thought reading was boring. Mrs. Pickle adored gardening. Bill thought gardening was very dull indeed. Mrs. Pickle was a fantastic cook and a kung fu expert. "Try this, Bill, it's fun," she said happily. "Oh no," sighed Bill. Mrs. Pickle also liked to do lots of cleaning. "I'm so bored, I can't even move," sighed Bill. "How boring is this?" "Come along, Bill, let's go for a lovely long walk," Mrs. Pickle said. "Boring," muttered Bill. "Boring dogs get bored," said Mrs. Pickle. "Besides, it's no fun sitting around all day doing nothing." "I won't go," said Bill firmly. "I'm not moving." Outside, the weather was dreadful. It was cold and windy. It was so windy that Mrs. Pickle's hat flew off. "Oops," Mrs. Pickle laughed. "How boring," groaned Bill. Suddenly, a huge gust of wind swept down and lifted them both off their feet. "Yippee!" squealed Mrs. Pickle as she disappeared from sight. Bill clung to a tree when, snap! The branch broke and he was spun up into the air. Higher and higher he went, faster and faster, past the moon and stars, and up into space he flew. "At last," cheered Bill. "No more boring walks for me. Space will be really exciting." Thump! Bill landed on a strange purple planet. "What is that?" "Wow, aliens!" "Strange, furry creature." The noise woke up the aliens. They all popped up to see what it was. Bill was delighted to meet them. "This planet looks fun," he smiled. "I bet Mrs. Pickle isn't having an adventure like this." Meanwhile, back on Earth, Mrs. Pickle gets rescued. Boring. Bill asked the aliens to show him the whole planet. "Let's explore and have fun," Bill shouted. "What's the point of exploring?" the aliens sighed. "Exploring is boring." "I'm hungry," one alien mumbled. So they all went to have some squidgy green food. "Fantastic," thought Bill. "Alien food must be delicious." Oh no, but it wasn't. The squidgy green food was revolting. Worse still, the aliens ate it for every single meal. Life on the planet with the aliens was not very interesting at all. They just sat around all day long doing absolutely nothing. Bill had never been so bored. He really missed Mrs. Pickle and her delicious food. Bill looked at the alien lying around the planet. Mrs. Pickle was right, he thought. Doing nothing all day is very boring. We need to get busy. "Come along," Bill shouted to the aliens. "Boring aliens get bored. It's time to have some fun." Bill cooked the aliens a lovely meal just like Mrs. Pickle's. He showed them some of Mrs. Pickle's top kung fu moves. Then they played some games which everyone enjoyed. Nobody was bored anymore. But still, Bill missed Mrs. Pickle. He wanted to go home. "We'll take you home, Bill." "That's his home." So the aliens brought out their spaceship and flew Bill back down to Earth. They all waved and said goodbye. When Bill landed, he found he was famous. Everyone wanted to talk to Bill about the aliens. But the only person Bill wanted to see was Mrs. Pickle. "I'll never be bored again," said Bill as he hugged Mrs. Pickle. So from that day on, Bill always kept himself busy, just like Mrs. Pickle did. He read books and practiced kung fu. He dug the garden and cooked delicious food. Bill even enjoyed doing the cleaning, which Mrs. Pickle thought was very helpful. Especially when they had so many new friends around for tea.